Hello, this is Beanstock here, and I would just like to introduce my channel. The ones that haven't seen it before or even heard of me. One thing you'll notice about this channel with Beanstock, there are no adverts and no commercials, and I know it happens a lot with people that upload things on YouTube. But I would be glad of any offers of advertising or advertising products, whatever, and to promote my videos. I've managed my videos, cut out a lot of rubbish ones. I've uploaded, well, getting on for 200 videos now, and it's coming to a point. You know, what what use of my videos, what contribution, and I've you know, it's foxed me because I've been watching other videos, obviously with the tutorials, with the very excellent violin tutors from Holland, and I don't really do name, but there's one particular violinist I do want to mention, and which has done me a lot of service, and that is Hilary Hahn, and she's not only the world-class top classical violin player, she also plays folk as well. She does folk festivals, but she is such a nice person, and I've got to thank her for actually promoting my video with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And quite honestly, it must have been her influence on it that got me 4,500 views, which doesn't compare with any of the other videos I've made, or made the impact that people like. And I think when people watch my videos, obviously comes up with things with Hilary Hahn, they immediately want to hear Hilary Hahn's version of it, and more of her music, because if you're on a desert island, you'd love to hear her music. But as I say, she's such a lovely person, and appeared with the two set, Brett and Eddie, and having a fun-loving lady, and she loves children, and does a lot of things for nursery child minding, which my granddaughter does, and it's a great boost. But it's way these things are presented. I know I'm not up to any sort of technology. I do all my recordings off my phone, and my backgrounds are much to be desired. I know whether it puts people off with the washing in the background, you know, it's little things that people see, or put people off. You know, and I'm yet to learn, you know, my unshaven lockdown look, because this video channel and YouTube in general, I have learnt a lot from it, and then I much appreciate the YouTube makers that have put my videos amongst similar titles to my titles that I've replicated on my fiddle playing. But I'm a folk fiddle player. I love playing with other musicians, and I am not at any standard on my violin. I'm about grade 5 years ago, and I don't pretend to be. You know, I cannot teach violin, because I've still got a lot to learn myself, and I enjoy playing with other musicians far more than playing mine, because you get very self-critical for your perfection of playing and everything else, and your instrument, and it's a destructive element, which is not what making music is all about. So with my singing and my piano playing, I used to play the organ, and I've had and general theory of music, history of music. I love all those. If I can contribute on the history of music and the theory of music, which I'm very interested in, through the music, I'll be happy if that's my contribution, because, as I say, I'm not up to much on my violin or piano playing, but I love my music, and I like to put my experience of music. Before lockdown, I had two bands. I had the Pint in the Reel and the Skylark, and I'm quite well known in the Sussex area, and it's been a great time. And yeah, I would just like to say, this is diversifying a bit. This thing about whistling E strings, which it's come up on these violin tutorials, and I mean, in my opinion, people may disagree with me. The whistling E string, the whole thing about the whistling E string is a manufactured problem of the modern violin, and it's been manufactured to make money, and I know the fact when you tune the violin, you've got pegs, and but you've got these things, fine tuners, which you don't have to touch these normally. Just to do the fine tuning, to tune up on those, makes it a lot easier to tune. But the problem, anything metallic on the violin, it doesn't matter if it's the chin rest or bits of metal in the shoulder rest, or any bits of metal, even if when you put something on the bridge, a mute or anything like that, restricts the tone or the sound of the violin. And of course, the whistling E string is a byproduct of the string not being allowed to vibrate and resonate properly. And if you think back to John Playford, as I was playing then, that was Renaissance. You'd have the Renaissance and the Baroque violin. You wouldn't have ever had that problem. And I'll tell you the reason why. You know, I mean, I haven't actually played one of those instruments to actually prove it, because the whole design of the instrument, you got this sloping down here, would be a different angle, so the string tensions would not be so severe, and all the strings would be gut without any fine tuners or adapters. So therefore, there would be no issues of whistling E string. It couldn't possibly, or any other string whistling, because I noticed with my fiddle, not only my E string whistles, but the other strings whistle occasionally as well. You know, how do you account for that? So it's because they're cover gut. It's this metallic element on the string and metallic injections on the wood violin itself that creates it. So it's trying to make violin playing easier is the byproduct of creating this problem, and it's also caught people out that are very pro musicians have the same problem as beginners, intermediates, and any stage of anyone who plays the violin. But there's something we've all got to live with modern technology. It's a bit like an intermittent problem on your car. I mean, I've seen the videos on whistling E strings. They try, and it's very difficult to actually try and demonstrate it, because I wouldn't try to demonstrate, because it won't do it. It's a bit like your car. You know, say you take it to the garage and say, I've got a problem. It's an electrical problem usually. It's intermittent. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. And of course, every time we take it to the garage, it doesn't do it. So they never actually locate or find the problem. And that is the same case with the whistling E string. We're guessing why it does it, and so that is my view on it. And I know I've gone off on a tangent, but this is Adam Beanstock's video channel review, and I'll thank very much for all your views and likes on, especially with the Hilary Hahn version of my Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, which has got 4,500 views, plus I don't know, countless number of likes, and also my subscribers. I've got 35 subscribers, and I've got some famous people subscribers. That the two set violinists, Brett and Eddie, are one of my subscribers, and also Sarah Brightman. so much. But there's a lot of people from Spain and all over the world. So I do thank YouTubers. But as I say, as I'm coming back to the beginning of this video, anyone who's interested in sponsoring them for advertising or a product which benefit them and benefit me, I will be happy to hear from you. So I'm going to close now, and hope you get some good information from this video. And I always try to, if I give any information about anything, I always double check it on Google, make sure I get the facts right. And I mean, a lot of it's subjective or objective knowledge. Anyway, we're coming up to 12 minutes now, so I wish you happy listening and happy fiddling. It's been a very hard time for us all in lockdown, and what we all want to do is to play with other musicians outside parks. We want to do some live gigging. This is what we all want to do. So it'd be nice to keep all this YouTube thing going, because we can take the YouTube to different venues and promote our music. Thank you.